And so it was right then and there that, again, like a slap across the face, I was like, how in the world can we, as women, as female athletes, expect someone to stand up for us if we aren't even willing to stand up for us? Like, this has to come from us. So again, I knew all season the unfair competition was wrong. I knew all season that the locker room aspect was wrong. I knew that the silencing that we were facing from our universities, I knew all of that was wrong.
There's no room for your fake talk and nonsense, and this is what it is. And if I don't appreciate it for what it is, then I'm losing time. Then I'm fucked,
Exactly.
and I'm behind. Like, it's like there's a level of discipline that's involved, and it's one of the reasons why high-level athletes make great leaders, because they have the ability to discern what's real and what's not real, because they've had to deal with it with themselves.
Exactly.
Whereas a lot of people just don't. And so they just
true.
find other people online that can affirm their feelings. And then I developed a new neo pronoun, and they're like, oh, you're amazing. And none of that made any sense.
No.
None of it made any sense. And they got us to get through with that. If they can destabilize the country in the form of letting violence into the country, and then also at the same time simultaneously cracking down on gun laws in America and imposing more gun control on the citizens. I mean, I don't want to fucking secure my tinfoil hat on. Like, it really.
I think my family foundation is a huge aspect too. Again, what kind of set me apart. And third, again, is my faith. Just knowing the outcome, like we just previously spoke about, like knowing how this all ends and really trusting that and having faith in that. And it just knowing the battle is already won. That's certainly what keeps me grounded and keeps, a smile on my face and an incredibly light heart.
Stopped and said, I love stand-up so much. Like, I just want to start and really get into it. And I tell you, it's
How much time did you take off of it?
I wasn't really off. It was just like I would keep it going, but just doing shows, no writing. Like, I really wasn't writing for years.
Just doing
years.
bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if something funny hit me, I would write it down, but not working it, not writing.
It's so hard when you're doing a television show, and when I was doing news radio, I fell into a real, like a spot over a period at least a year where I wasn't writing at all.
We're very aware of the fact that Joe Biden could potentially be dead right now. Okay, we don't even know. Like he can barely make it through a sentence. And when we see somebody
you do
like
know
Vladimir
that Joe
Putin,
Biden is
who
not
is able
dead,
to
right?
is what?
You do know that Joe Biden's not dead.
Tongue-in-cheek.
And you do know that he
That was
wasn't shot
tongue-in-cheek.
up with something.
No, I actually
before
don't.
he went out there.
I actually do believe he was shot up with adrenaline before he goes.
Come on.
What do you mean? Come on,
Come
JFK used
on.
to do that.
Come on.
So it's like,
listen.
they obviously
the
are
truth is
giving him
enough.
drugs
The
before he
truth
speaks.
is enough. And I'll tell you why it becomes problematic. Okay, look. It's a half joke. They shot Biden up with something last night.
It's not a half joke. I
But
really
here's
believe that. I wanna
here's
be
what
clear.
happens. Well, look, if you really believe that,
Yes.
that's fine. It would be just nice to have a basis for it. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's going to take a drug test. Okay. Look, here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. Okay, just trust me on this because you've already seen it. You're going to know that it's already true. You are allowing for a BS standard of appraisal.
Sometimes you need a hype man. My friends do that all the time. We do it for each other. They do it to me. They'll say, like Tony last night, we were going over a bit. He's like, I really think that when you're saying this, maybe say that first.
Right.
And I was like, damn, maybe you're right.
Right.
And every now and then, someone will see things with fresh eyes, and they got to pull you aside and go, I think you should do it this way. And you're like, ooh, I like it. Let me try it. And I'll try it the next show, and like, oh my God, you're right.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Ah, and you
Think
hug.
of that. That's it's a comfort level. It's a comfort level when you're comfortable with somebody and you get past that. You open up and you try to, and you know each other. 405. And I felt a little something. I got it. I just got it. And she was like, this is amazing. And then she said, can we go like 450? And she put,
no.
Yes. And I went, pop, right away. I got it up for a little bit, and I just went, whoop. I go, oh my gosh. But it was such a bad, it didn't tear away from the bone. It just, it looked like it was like chopped meat, and there was it ripped a hole in the middle of it.
Oh.
So it was weird. It was like, the guy looked at it and he goes, we can't even do anything with this.
Going to get to a point where they understand how to create a human being. And they'll probably say, listen, Riley, you know, as you get older, wouldn't it be nice you take your 80-year-old brain, stick it in 20-year-old Riley's body? Let's go.
I'd like that.
It would be dope, right? And then people are going to go, well, you know, it's really effective. My aunt did it, and she's incredible now. And you're an 80-year-old person with a 20-year-old body. And eventually, they're just going to be able to turn you into whatever they want. And it's going to be very bizarre. They're going to be able to change your height, change your intellect, change if they find certain things that would lead you to maybe have tuberculosis, they'll delete that, change this, and edit that.
Nearly 250-ish years we've been established as a country. We have never struggled to define this word.
Right.
Yet here in 2024, we have a sitting Supreme Court justice who can't even answer what a woman is because she claims she's not a biologist.
Right.
Well, guess what? I'm not a veterinarian, but I know what a dog is. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's a very dumb conversation.
It is. And so a big piece of what I've been working on, I've been working with Independent Women's Forum to develop and create a new piece of legislation that does just that, define the word woman,